Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello everybody. So this is our 13th lecture with the course Introduction to Linguistics, in which we are going to speak about second language acquisition. After a short introduction, we'll talk about the second language learning, acquisition and learning, to differentiate between the concept of acquisition and learning, acquisition barriers, affective factors, focus on method, grammar translation method, audiolingual method, communicative approaches, focus on the learner, transfer, interlanguage, motivation, input and output, communicative competence, and applied linguistics. So some children grow up in a social environment where more than one language is used and are able to acquire a second language in circumstances similar to those of the first language acquisition. Okay, so some people live in a setting, okay, in an environment where two languages are spoken. Okay, the father speaks English, the mother speaks French. So he is the infant most of the time acquires the two languages. Those fortunate individuals are bilingual. So the people who acquire the two languages at the same age, okay, of first language acquisition, are called bilingual people. However, most of us are not exposed to a second language until much later, and our ability to use a second language even after years of study rarely matches ability in our first language. So most of people are not exposed to two languages at an early age. They are exposed to a second language when they start studying it at school, okay, primary or intermediate or high school. Okay, so that's why whatever performance we achieve, it's not equal to our performance in the first language. A number of different approaches have been proposed to help learners become as effective communicating in second language as they are in their first language. So there are now people, specialists in studying and make studies, okay, researches, in order to help the people who are learning a second language to produce or to perform, okay, it as they perform in their first language. Second language learning. There is a distinction is sometimes made between learning in a foreign language setting. That means learning a language that is not generally spoken in the surrounding community. Okay, like the case of English in Saudi Arabia, for example. Okay, that's learning a foreign language. And second language, okay, setting, okay, which where learning a language that is spoken in the surrounding community. So if you are Saudi and you are living in Saudi Arabia and you are learning English, so in this case you are learning English where English is not spoken. Okay, so that's why we call it foreign language. While if you are Saudi and you go to an English-speaking country, Britain or America, for example, and you start learning English there, so in this case you are learning a second language. Okay, you are learning a second language. So that's because English is spoken in that community. In either case, they are simply trying to learn another language. So the expression second language learning is used more generally to describe both situations. Okay? Acquisition and learning. A more significant distinction is made between acquisition and learning. The term acquisition is used to refer to the gradual development of ability in a language by using it naturally in communicative situations with others who know the language. So, acquiring a language